I choked out a cry. Everyone jumped at the sound of my voice, all heads turning toward me. My parents' heads snapped up. The moment they saw me, their faces shifted from shock to pure joy. My mother cried out and came scrambling toward me. Our family of 3, in this desperate apocalypse, embraced tightly. The joy of reunion washed away all fear and worry. But soon, a harsh voice cut in, shattering the tender moment. "Hey, where'd you come from?" A scar-faced man stepped forward, backed by several burly young men. Clearly, the leader here. He eyed the bulging backpack on my shoulders, his gaze greedy. "You've got guts, kid, making it all the way here alone. What is in that backpack? Open it up, let's see." I stepped in front of my parents, staring coldly at him. "This is mine." "Yours?" Scar sneered. "Around here, nothing belongs to anyone. Everything belongs to me. Hand over the bag if you know what is good for you." Or else, he hefted his machete. The threat was clear. His thugs closed in behind him, eyeing me like predators. The elderly and weak, driven here by them, seethed with silent rage, but could only watch with pity. Seeing this, my father pulled me behind him and forced a smile at Scar. "Boss, my son doesn't know any better. There is just some food in his bag. Take it all, just don't hurt him." "Too late." Scar sneered. "I want more than his bag now. I want his life." The moment he finished speaking, Scar lunged at me. A cold glint flashed in my eyes. Instead of retreating, I stepped forward. My steel pipe swung at a sharp angle and slammed hard into his wrist. A sharp crack rang out. Scar's wrist bent at a sickening angle. Everyone froze. No one had expected this scrawny-looking kid to actually fight back. Scar was sweating bullets from the pain. His face twisted as he roared. "You hit me. Get him. Grab him. I'll make him wish he was dead." The thugs snapped out of it. They charged at me, yelling. I tossed my backpack to my parents, then raised my pipe to defend. One thug swung a wooden club at me. I dodged aside and flicked my wrist. The other end of my pipe caught him right in the groin. He screamed instantly, doubled over, and collapsed. No wasted motion. Every strike hit a vulnerable joint, just enough to protect myself. What terrified them more was, my stamina seemed endless. After taking down 2 of them, the remaining thugs were terrified, too scared to step forward. Scarface clutched his broken wrist, staring at me in shock and fury. Who the hell are you? You're an ability user too." I didn't answer him. I just fixed him with an icy stare. All the suffering I'd endured these past months of the apocalypse, at this moment, blazed into pure rage. Leave or die. My ruthlessness stunned them all. Scarface's expression flickered. He hadn't expected to pick a fight with someone this dangerous. But while the standoff continued, suddenly, the factory's iron gate erupted with a deafening crash, followed by a second, then a third. At this, the crowd erupted in panic. The zombies outside were battering the gate. What is going on? Why are the zombies suddenly rampaging? Panic spread like wildfire. Scarface had no time for that. Together with several thugs, used their bodies and debris to desperately brace the buckling gate. But there were too many zombies. The gate was badly dented from the impacts, the latch groaning under the strain, on the verge of collapse. Despair gripped everyone. My parents shook with terror, gripping my hand tightly. I glanced over. It was an old, rusted iron gate. A bold idea formed in my mind. Then, gripping the steel pipe, under everyone's shocked stares, I headed for the gate. "What are you doing? You'll get yourself killed." One of the thugs bracing the door yelled at me. I ignored him and pressed my palm directly against the cold, corroded metal. Then, as everyone watched in disbelief, a miracle occurred. That dented, battered iron gate, as though time itself reversed, gradually smoothed out, even the warped frame straightening. In mere seconds, a gleaming steel door stood before them, against the zombies' assault. The door held firm, emitting only dull thuds. The entire workshop fell deathly silent. Everyone stared at me dumbfounded. Scarface's mouth hung open, forgetting his broken wrist entirely. He pointed at me, stammering. Your power is repair?" I couldn't be bothered to explain. I withdrew my hand and looked at him coldly. Strength is the only currency that matters in the apocalypse. My ruthlessness just now, combined with this miraculous display, had completely shattered Scarface's resolve. He looked at me, and his eyes held no more greed, only deep, gut-wrenching fear. "Be big brother." I had no idea who I was dealing with. "A man of your stature. Please don't hold this against me." I didn't say a word. I just walked over to my parents. My mother looked at me, her eyes conflicted, proud, worried, and almost like she didn't quite recognize me. I took her hand and gave her a reassuring look. "Mom, don't worry, I've got you." Then, from that massive backpack, I pulled out a self-heating rice meal, a sausage, and a bottle of water. I handed them over. "Mom, Dad eats something first." The smell of food instantly grabbed everyone's attention. Those survivors, starving for God knows how long, stared at the food in my parents' hands, with loud gulps, their eyes filled with desperate hunger. Scarface and his crew couldn't take their eyes off it. In an apocalypse where food was worth more than gold, my casual abundance stunned them even more than fixing the gate. When I was done, I turned back to Scarface. "From now on, I'm running this place." My voice wasn't loud, but everyone heard it clear as day. Scarface's face twitched. Finally, he hung his head in defeat. Taking over the factory stronghold went smoother than I expected. Against overwhelming power and endless supplies, Scarface's little authority fell apart instantly. I didn't kick them out. In the apocalypse, people are a resource too. I put them on guard duty and zombie cleanup. I'd handle food and logistics. Every day, I'd lock myself in a private room, pretending to check inventory, while actually cranking out food as fast as I could. Once daily necessities were covered, crate after crate of fresh supplies appeared before everyone. By then, every look they gave me was pure awe. They all thought I had a spatial ability, storing massive amounts of supplies inside. With plenty of food and safe shelter, the survivors slowly came back to life. Under my management, the entire abandoned factory became well organized. Mom and Dad became my right-hand team, helping me manage people and hand out supplies. They regained their dignity and pride among the others. Their spirits lifted more each day. Everything was looking up. Yet one thing still weighed on me. That was Blue Bay community. That property manager, Bao, kicked out defenseless elderly people like my parents, leaving them to fend for themselves. I'd settle that score with him eventually. Besides, Blue Bay's defenses and living conditions were way better than this rundown factory. I wanted to give my parents, and everyone who'd stuck with me, a real home. It was time to go back and deal with Bao. 1 week later, I made all the preparations. I used my restoration ability on several abandoned scooters I found in the factory, restoring them to full charge, good as new. I also produced dozens of brand new protective suits, helmets, and steel-toed boots for weapons. Besides steel pipes and axes, I also had people take steel from the factory and forge it into sharp spears. As for Scarface and his top guys, they were now loyal to the bone. I gave them food and warmth, which was a life-saving favor in this apocalypse. I picked 20 of the strongest team members, including Scarface. Before we left, I looked at the team and gave them a quick pep talk. We're not going back to beg this time. We're going to take back what is ours. Blue Bay has solid walls and comfortable homes. We're going to build a truly safe home there. Anyone who is with me, get in. No one hesitated. After seeing what I could do, they trusted me blindly. A convoy of 20 vehicles rolled out in force toward Blue Bay. When we reached the north gate, the guards on the wall spotted us. Seeing our well-armed group, they froze. Scarface, didn't they kick you out? What are you doing back? Scarface was now my loyal man. He stood tall and answered loud and clear. We're here to talk business with Brother Bao. Business, you guys? The guard laughed. I stepped out of the car, walked to the front and said calmly, go tell Brother Bao. Lin Fan is back. The guard didn't know me, but seeing me at the center of the group, he could tell I mattered. After a brief pause, he got on his radio and reported up the chain. Soon, the north gate swung open. Brother Bao came out with a large crew, including Shen Ling, former captain of the guard squad. Brother Bao was a heavy-set man in his 40s, with shrewd, arrogant eyes. When he saw our group, especially our brand new gear and sharp appearance, his eyes flashed with surprise and greed. Well, little brother Lin Fan, long time no see. Where'd you hit the jackpot? Brother Bao, I'll cut to the chase. I want to move my people into Blue Bay. Brother Bao acted like he'd heard the funniest thing, bursting into loud laughter. Little brother, you awake? I fought for Blue Bay. Why should I let you in? With this, I snapped my fingers. Behind me, Scarface brought up a crate. Opened, it revealed a full case of sealed compressed biscuits. Brother Bao's laughter died instantly. The guards behind him all gasped. Though Blue Bay had strong defenses, more people meant greater consumption. Food had always been scarce. Their daily ration was barely a piece of black bread. Where did you get all this food? You don't need to know where it came from. I just need one answer. Are we working together or not? Brother Bao's eyes flickered. What kind of cooperation are you proposing? Simple, my people move in. We provide part of the food. You handle security. We manage this place together. Brother Bao's face darkened. Little brother, you're asking for too much. I'm the leader of this base. How could I possibly share power with some unknown kid? As equals, those are my terms. If you don't agree, we'll fight our way in. Fight your way in. With just 20 of you. Shen Ling, at his command. Shen Ling and the Blade Squad behind her stepped forward in unison. A murderous aura instantly filled the air. The Blade Squad was Blue Bay's ace in the hole. Every member was a battle-hardened ability user. My men instantly tensed up. Only I remained unfazed. I looked at Shen Ling, the woman who had once helped me. She was looking at me too, her eyes showing curiosity and surprise. Captain Shen, do you also think we can't get in? Shen Ling was silent for a moment before speaking. Mr. Lin, you're very strong. But Blue Bay has 200 guards. Forcefully breaking in won't end well for you. Her words were meant as a friendly warning. Brother Bao smirked triumphantly. You hear that? Don't push your luck. Hand over all your food, and I might consider letting you and your parents live here as ordinary residents. As for your men, send them back where they came from. That was his answer. Take all my supplies, then get rid of all my men. What a slick move. I smiled. Looked like we had nothing left to talk about. I slowly raised my right hand and pointed it behind them at the tallest apartment building in the complex. I looked at them and said slowly and clearly, I'm giving you one last chance. Let me in, or I'll make that building disappear. My words dropped the place into an eerie silence, then exploded into deafening laughter. Brother Bao laughed until tears nearly came. Shen Ling, you hear this? That is the funniest thing I've heard all year. But Shen Ling wasn't laughing. She just stared at me hard, her eyes dead serious. She had a feeling I wasn't kidding. I really wasn't. Wiping the smile off my face, I started counting down. The grin on Brother Bao's face froze. Everyone's laughter died. They looked around at each other, starting to feel like something was off. That 30-story tower was Blue Bay Complex's landmark building, and home to most of the guards' families. When I hit 1, Brother Bao finally roared, all bark and no bite. Quit your tricks. Take him down. But it was already too late. The second I finished counting, I unleashed my power, not targeting anything within arm's reach, but pushing my power's range to its absolute max, full throttle. I aimed at that massive building 100 yards away and thought, refresh. The whole world seemed to go silent before hundreds of horrified eyes. That 30-story skyscraper started flickering like a bad TV signal, glitching like crazy. His outline began to blur and fade. In just 1 second, the building and everything inside it vanished into thin air. Only an empty foundation remained, as if it had never existed. Everyone's faces froze, turning blank with shock and indescribable terror. Brother Bao's men completely broke down. They dropped their weapons and fled screaming in all directions, as if escaping the apocalypse. Brother Bao himself slumped to the ground, his face ashen, lips trembling, unable to utter a single word. His prized 200-man guard unit disintegrated instantly.
Thanks for watching. If you want more stories, make sure to like and subscribe. There is much more to come.